Hello again. Thank you for the gift of your time. I appreciate your interest in my work. In the last video, we talked about the three kinds of body: the physical body, the energy body, and the causal body. I also mentioned that we know the inner world creates the outer world, but most of us are not aware of how to navigate the inner world. Before we dive deeper, let me ask you a question. Why are you here? Well, there can be possibly only two answers. You have a problem that you want to solve, or you have a desire that you want to fulfill. Similarly, the only reason the client has come to you is that something is missing from their life, and they feel yoga is the answer. If you can provide guidance to achieve that something, and you make them feel whole again, they will give you any price. If you are a yoga teacher or a studio owner, then you will agree that there are only two ways to scale the revenue. First, get a lot more clients, and second, provide more service or solve bigger problems for the clients that you have and raise the prices. The reality is, the revenue you can create is in direct proportion to the service you provide. This is where Manas Yoga 2.0 comes in. It is a fusion of yogic wisdom and neuroscience, meditation and quantum science. It provides you with cutting-edge knowledge, teaches you how to apply it, and holds you accountable. In the same way, you can help your clients to deepen their practice, navigate their inner world, and remove internal blocks so they can create the life they desire. This is how your revenue can grow. So let's talk about the four elements of success. I think it will help me explain better if we use analogy here. Life is a journey. And for any journey, you need to know the path, the vehicle, the driver, and the destination. We can say that success is our destination. The body is the vehicle, the mind is the driver, and the yoga is the path we have chosen. The same analogy applies to your client as well. So first, let's talk about the destination. While we may all have different desires, ultimately there are only 7 themes of life. First of all, we all want safety and security. We want basic well-being, food, clothing and shelter. Then we want the health, a good health, a wealth, whether we are talking about fame or fortune. And then we want a good family around us to support us. We want the knowledge and mostly about personal growth. Then we want the love and connection. And finally, when we reach that stage of spirituality, we want self-actualization. We are always focused on one of these things because it may be eluding us. This takes up most of our time and energy. Similarly, the client is also lacking something and is looking for guidance and support from you that will help them get what they want, in which case they are willing to pay you the price that you want. Next, we talked about the vehicle. As I said in the last video, the body is known as the Sharira, and there are 3 kinds. The Stula Sharira, which is the physical body, the Sukshma Sharira, that's the energy body around us, and the Karan Sharira, the causal body. The body is a necessary instrument to experience life, but when it comes to creating, we are not using the right body. Most of us often focus only on the physical body. But the physical body, the Sharira, is not the creator, it is only an experiencer. If you want to create a lasting change, you have to tap in the energy body because it is there, the internal blocks, the energy will be stagnated. This is where the alignment happens. This is the subtle energy world we talk about. Now let's talk about the driver. For most of us, the mind is the driver in the day-to-day life. It is said that we use only 5% of our brain, and most of us are not living to our fullest potential. This is one of the biggest reasons the client has come to you. Besides flexibility and wellness, mental health is one of the major issues in our world. We may call it stress, anxiety, depression, or any other name. But the fact remains that most people are not living a life of joy and happiness. On top of that, when it comes to personal growth, we are taught that the action creates result. But the action is the seventh and the last step in the process of manifestation. We are also taught that the mind is the ultimate tool to create success. But according to yoga, mind is the only thing that comes in the way of where you are and where you want to be. Einstein even said that we cannot solve the problem with the same mind that created it. It is my belief that he was talking about the higher mind, the quantum mind. In all honesty, yoga is all about Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So mind mastery should be a switch, especially for yoga practitioner. We believe that the brain is the mind, but the brain is made of matter, just like other parts of the body. In Eastern Theosophy, the mind is not in the body, it's the other way around. The body is in the mind. It takes a while to wrap the brain around this. But this is the key understanding to solving a lot of life's issues. If you want to expedite the change, this is where it has to happen. And finally, we'll talk about the path. Most yoga teachers begin with 200 RYT and then try to teach yoga or establish a business around it. Some have a big circle and have initial success, but then struggle to create or scale the business. They think they are missing something and go back to get the 500 RYT or turn to marketing expert to help them build the business. Sometimes that works, and oftentimes when this doesn't work, they turn to a life coach to find what's wrong with them, and inevitably the coach turns them to the mind mastery. Now they've come a full circle because mind mastery is where the yoga chitta vritti begins, right? This is the domain of the yoga teacher in the first place. Look, your business will grow only to the extent that you grow. It is not your program, strategy, or marketing. If you are not hearing the music on the radio, that doesn't mean that something's wrong with your ears or something is wrong with the radio. It simply means that you are not dialed in. This is what Manas Yoga is all about. Helping you dial in things that you desire. You already know that everything is energy. Our body and mind is an instrument to enjoy and experience what we call life. But when it comes to creating, we have to tap into the power of consciousness. This is what yoga is all about. It is all about managing the energy that the body and the mind projects. I call it the technology of consciousness. If this makes sense to you and it's of interest to you, please check out the next video. Also, if this resonates with you and you would like to learn more about Manas Yoga 2.0, how it can expedite your journey, then let's hop on the call. Thank you for your time. Namaste.